Hey everyone, it is the Crazy Keto Girl and I am back with the video. I said I would get to film one this week and it is Saturday. So I know I'm a little bit under the wire here, but I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, been interesting trying to find time to film this week. But I'm glad that I did sneak some time out. If you hear a loud buzzing sound, it's because I am filming outside and it is cicada season and these little buggers are loud. So if you hear that, that's what that buzzing sound is. Yeah, so I think I'll just kind of jump in. I've been gone for about a month now, I believe, and I'm gonna try to do this without crying because you guys have seen so many videos of me crying, it's kind of ridiculous. I have talked a lot about my eating disorder as well as also discussed with you guys some of my mental health stuff. So pretty much if you've been on my channel for a while, you're familiar with the fact that I do have a binge eating disorder. It's been diagnosed to me by my healthcare professionals, and it's something that I've been working on since I was a teenager. And I just had my 31st birthday in June, so this is something that I have been living with for quite a long time now. And it's improved in some ways, and in other ways it's still pretty bad, but I'm still just going to keep working on it, and I'm kind of to the place now where I'm starting to think I might want to go back into therapy for it and work on the behaviors and the triggers and things like that. But the main big trigger for me with binge eating is pretty much any heightened negative sort of emotion. So if I'm really angry or really sad, or if I'm depressed, or if I get really stressed out, anything like that, it really triggers those binge cues for me, which can be hard because life is full of those things. And I also have bipolar disorder, so I go through periods of being depressed. That's just part of what happens for me. And I ended up going into one of my downswings, and I was there for about a month. I made the post here about catching up and coming back and everything like that. I made that post here, and I started posting on Instagram again once I started coming out of that episode. But while I was in it, it was bad. It was really, really bad. I was eating probably around 7,000 to 10,000 calories a day. And I really just didn't care. Like, I was just sitting around eating and taking care of my kids, and that was kind of it. I wasn't focused on doing anything else. I wasn't doing YouTube. I wasn't doing any social media, really. I was just kind of doing the bare minimum I needed to do to get by. And it's really frustrating because I went ahead and weighed myself, and I've gained back a lot of weight, which isn't shocking. It's not surprising. It's not like I'm surprised that, you know, for a month I ate 7,000 to 10,000 calories a day and then gained a lot of weight. Like, that's not, obviously that's not surprising. It just sucks. And it's been kind of frustrating for me because I started out at 477 pounds and now I'm back to 450 basically. And so I had lost 121 pounds and now I've regained almost all of it. And that's really a hard pill to swallow, that I've regained all of that just because I don't have the control that I need. And it's not even that I don't want it or that I'm not trying. It's just that, like, I get double whammied. I feel like I kind of get the 1-2 punch between being bipolar and then having this binge eating disorder. And so I know that I need to get help beyond what I've been doing for myself. That what I'm doing for myself just isn't enough anymore. When I'm in ketosis, the binge cues are a lot more subdued, but they still come up, and a lot of the times I can ignore them, but sometimes I'm just not in the mental place for it. Like, if those binge cues come up and I'm kind of just in a weak moment, like, I'll do it. I'll just eat it, and then it turns into this kind of snowball effect where you're just like, well, I already messed up today, so, like, I'll just do whatever I want for the rest of today. And then it goes on to the next day and you're like, well, I might as well just wait till Monday to restart. And then or you even try to restart. I tried to restart so many times over the last 4 weeks, Told myself, like, okay, this is the last one, like this is the last bag of M&Ms, and then I am going back on keto. And it never happened. Like, I would say that, and I'm not even talking little bags of M&Ms, guys. Like, this is like shameful, but I was eating like the party size bag of M&Ms, like with the zipper. It's like 2.5 pounds of M&Ms. I was eating like one of those a day most days, which on its own, like, I looked at it finally after I was kind of coming back to myself, and one of those alone is like 5,700 calories. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's so self-destructive, and I'm like really I'm really disappointed in myself, and I'm really frustrated with myself, and I know that I can do this. Like, I know that I can fix it. I know that I can re-lose the weight because I've lost the weight before. It just sucks to keep re-losing it. Like, it's getting to that point where it's just so exhausting to keep starting over, and I know the solution to that is to just not quit, but I don't know if I have the tools right now. And I know that when I made this channel, like, in my head I really thought I was going to be one of those people that was going to be able to like get in and get from point A to point B and like have this great like highlight reel of a weight loss journey, and it has turned out to be kind of a disaster. And it's really like, part of me is embarrassed that I've been sharing this thing with everybody, and then part of me is like, well, this is like what it is, this is the real deal. And I know that a lot of you have been super supportive about it and have, you know, said that that's what it's like for you too, and so I really appreciate that you guys reach out to me. A lot of people reached out to me on Instagram and check on me there, and I really, really appreciate you. Rails especially, she always checks on me. And I have my phone here. I wanted to shout out everybody that commented on my post that I made 6 days ago about how I had been struggling with my eating disorder and everything, because everybody posted such beautiful things that seriously like touched my heart and made me like emotional. I'm getting emotional now. So I want to shout out everybody that commented on that, because I appreciate every single one of you, and you guys made me feel so like loved and supported and validated, and I appreciate you. So a big thank you to Teresa Clay, Nico Fam, D Daz, Mother Muse, Marty Wallace, Tasha, Kay Layton, and Miss Shopping Diva. All of you guys were super supportive, and you guys really helped make me feel like I could actually do this video, because I was wanting to do it, but like the idea of coming back and being like, well, I'm starting over again is really, sorry, it's like collecting in my sunglasses. It's frustrating, and it's like embarrassing, like to see like the pictures and the film of when I had gotten down into the 350s, and then to now be back to 450. Like, it sucks. It really sucks. And my only hope is that like by continuing to film and be real with you guys, that like when I get to the end I can look back at this, and that other people who are struggling can maybe look at this and not feel like they're by themselves, and that they're not the only ones that aren't having that linear progression from A to B losing weight, because it's ridiculous. Like, I get a lot of those kind of comments where people are like, just stop eating or whatever, as if it's that simple. Like, I wish it was that easy, but it's really not. Losing weight is such like a mental game. Like, it's a little bit beyond just not eating. Like, especially when you're battling an eating disorder and mental health problems. So I think one of my next steps for me is going to have to be reaching out to my doctor and talking to them about mental health services, maybe, and maybe services for my eating disorder, to see if I can figure something out for that, because those are the things that keep leading to these setbacks that I've been having. It's usually always those two things paired together, of me going into a downswing with my bipolar, and then me getting just kind of kicked while I'm down, and while I'm depressed and anxious and dealing with all of those overwhelming sad feelings, getting super stressed out, and then binge eating, and then being really stressed and embarrassed about binge eating, and so then I binge more, because that's how I know how to deal with my emotions. I mean, I have other tools, like I've learned in therapy and things over the years, but that's like my default switch, is to go back to like eating. That'll make me feel better. Like, it'll make me feel so much better if I eat 2.5 pounds of M&Ms today. Like, that's where my head goes immediately. Like, food will make you feel better, and I need to figure out how to retrain that, because I've been trying for years and it hasn't worked yet. So I need to figure out how to do that, and I think I'm probably gonna need support to get there. But yeah, like, back to day one again, and it sucks. It really sucks. But I can say I posted that on 6 days ago, so that was Sunday or Monday, I think. Posted that 6 days ago. I started kind of like coming back. I stopped buying M&Ms, and I've been binge free since then. I haven't had any binges, which I'm really proud of. I've made it almost a full week without any binging, and I've just been kind of whittling down and getting rid of things. I've been doing kind of an elimination situation, instead of going from full binge mode of eating 10,000 calories a day to full keto and eating 20 carbs a day. Like, I felt like that would be really stressful, and I know how difficult that transition is because I've done it before, and I don't know that I'm in the place to do it right now. I feel like if I tried to switch gears that quickly, it would just set me up for failure. So what I've honestly been doing is eliminating kind of a few things at a time, and then tapering the carbs down a little bit every day, and just trying to get back in the habit of tracking and measuring everything. And I plan to, once I'm fat adapted, go back to intermittent fasting. I've decided that that might be my better option, since I struggle with having time to meal prep, and I struggle with having time to cook. So I'm thinking intermittent fasting, maybe even OMAD. I've never gone that extreme, but maybe even OMAD, once I'm fat adapted again, might be the new way for me, just so that I can do what I need to do. So I'm not giving up. I know that it might seem like maybe I do, but I'm not. I don't want to go back to being the person that I was, and I want to be better for me and for my kids, and I just want to be healthier and have a body that I don't hate and that I'm not embarrassed of, and to live a life that I don't have to like think about all of the ways my body is going to impact everything I do, about whether or not I'm going to be able to sit at a picnic table or sit in a chair in the doctor's office, or have to think about all of those things all the time. Like, I don't want to have to do that, like to have to overanalyze every aspect of my life because of my weight. And I don't want to die. I don't want to end up with health-related issues to my weight. I've been really fortunate that I don't have any yet. Like, I'm not diabetic, I don't have hypertension or anything like that. Even when I was pregnant, I don't have any of those issues, but it's truly a matter of time. Like, it's just a matter of time. And the quality of life just gets worse as you go along, as you get older and you get heavier. It just gets worse. And you have to just keep pretending for everybody that you're happy and that you're okay and that it's fine and that you're not bothered by being the fat mom at the pool with your kids or anything like that. Like, it's so exhausting pretending all the time. And I don't want to have to anymore. I don't want to have to pretend anymore. So, anyways, thank you for watching my video, and thank you for being part of my community. I really do appreciate all of you guys, and I do try to answer the inbox messages I get on Instagram. I'm Crazyketogirl there as well, and so thank you guys over there that have messaged me and inboxed me and commented over there and have been supportive as well. And I really need this to be it. Like, I can't keep doing this anymore. So thank you for the support, because I obviously need it. And yeah, so if you liked this video, I tried not to cry, and I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but if you liked this video, despite all the tears, please give it a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, I guess I should start taking my own advice to take it one meal at a time, one workout at a time, one day at a time, because that's really all I can do right now. Bye, guys.
I'm gonna live a crazy dream, impossible as it may seem. Doesn't matter what the future brings, I'm gonna live a crazy dream.